Dave, Happy New Year to you. Tottenham Hotspur 3, Leeds United 0. Harry Kane, Heung-min Son and Toby Alderweireld with the goals. What did you make of Tottenham's performance today?
Yeah, it was a funny old game, really. Someone once said, Jimmy Greaves used to say, no, it was a strange performance because Leeds had all the play in the first sort of 20, 25 minutes, and then we got a break, really, because we were pressing them high, and that Ailey made that tackle right on the edge of the area on Bergwijn. So, really, we weren't in the game whatsoever in the first 20 minutes, and they just got that break, and I thought, well, yeah, is it going to be our day? And really, the chances were, we weren't really at the races. I didn't think there was no rhythm at all in our play, and then right towards the end of the half, we broke away, and Harry played that beautiful ball into Sonny, and he got his 100th goal, which was really fantastic for him. And really, we couldn't see it. I couldn't see where the second goal was coming from, but obviously that was the best goal of the three. And I thought we scored at the right times. Yeah, we got a goal when we weren't playing well and against the run of play. We got one right just before half time. We got one just after half time. So there was no collapses against West Ham. We kept it tight. We could have had more goals, but with the final ball was just lacking. But you can't really complain at a 3-0 win. But I think people will complain because there wasn't that much creativity. I didn't think in our play. We were playing on the break, and even that was sort of coming and going. It wasn't one for the purists, but it was a typical Tottenham performance that under this new regime, really. I don't think we can actually carry on like this, but we are. And
I disagree with you. I disagree. I think that we created quite a lot today, and I think that when you look at the past 4 Premier League games where we've only picked up 2 out of a possible 12 points, I think that Tottenham created a lot. But let me go back to the first 29 minutes or so. I know Harry Kane scored in the 29th minute, the penalty, which we'll talk about in a second. But up to that point, Leeds United created a number of opportunities. They had a number of chances. However, they didn't test Hugo Lloris, did they?
No, they didn't. No, that's true. Their final ball was poor. But they were getting bodies in the area. They were getting bodies, and just the final ball really from them. On another day, they could have had chances. They could have tested the keeper. Yes, we grew into it 3-0 up. We were creating more chances. Bergwijn had a lovely turn in the first half, and he put it over. That could have gone in. Yeah. But I thought Davies had a good game. There was no Regley on. And really, the only blot on it was Dogley getting sent off at the end. I mean, what on earth was he doing? In that area, there was no need to charge in like that. He got away. He got booked because he didn't connect with the player in the first minute. But I mean, you could see Mourinho's face when he went to take his seat, and he gave him a look as though looks could kill. Doherty would have been 6 foot under. He really did give me one of those looks. I thought he's off the Christmas card list, and Sergio will have to come in from the cold.
Dave, I want to talk about the first goal. Harry Kane, of course, scored the penalty. Yeah. He's now faced 30 different Premier League clubs. He has now scored against every single one of them.
That's right.
Lovely penalty from Harry Kane, straight down the middle. But when the referee pointed to the penalty spot, did you think at any point that they were going to overturn a decision and make it a free kick instead?
No, not one for 1 second, really, because I thought it was a penalty when I first saw it. I know it was right on the line, but I thought, honestly, I did think it was a penalty. I would have given it.
Silly question, really, wasn't it? Silly question.
But did you think it was any doubt?
I thought that they were going to overturn the decision, yes, and I thought they were going to make it a free kick, I must say.
No, I disagreed on that one. I know we've been disagreeing this afternoon. Unusual for us, but We got to agree all the time.
It's a new year.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk about the second goal. Heung-min Son, 100 goals now for Tottenham.
Yeah, lovely. It was a typical Harry and Sonny goal. I mean, the weight on the pass, the movement. Sonny sped off, no question of offside, but he just knew he was going to do that run. The weight of the ball, the speed of the ball, all he had to do was divert it into the goal. I mean, really fantastic. It really was. So,
talk us through the third goal, because, of course, Heung-min Son got the assist from the corner. Toby Alderweireld, nice to see him get on the score sheet.
Yeah. Nice near post header. Touch of the Alan Gilzeens, going back to the old years. So, lovely near post header. And the goalkeeper was going one way, and he sort of thought he was going to go across the goal, and then he went inside. He headed it down, and thank God for the goal line technology. So they gave it. You're talking fractions of the ball over the line. It was like millimetres. So 3-0 up, 50 minutes. It should be game over. I know we had the blip against West Ham, but really, we didn't want another thing like that again. So, yeah, I mean, it was just kind of, we saw out the game, and I think everyone was happy. Just the sending off at the end. It will annoy Mourinho, and of course, Højbjerg's got 5 bookings, so it looks like he's going to miss a game. He's going to miss the next match as well as Doherty. So Serge will be back. And Winksy will get another game with Sissoko, presumably.
Dave, how are you feeling about this season, though, so far? Because I know the last 4 or 5 games, a lot of people have criticised Spurs, saying, we haven't played entertaining football enough, we haven't scored enough goals, we haven't done this, we haven't done that. Tottenham are now 3rd in the Premier League. We're only 4 points behind Liverpool and Manchester United. Is it time to get excited? Can we start dreaming of, being title contenders, or am I being absolutely ridiculous even suggesting it?
No, I don't. I think we just need to get our mojo back. I mean, we put so much into that Liverpool game. I think really, we really thought we were going to win up there. I really think the players really put heart and soul into that one. And I know Bergie missed a couple of chances, and Harry had won over the bar, but I mean, I think really the players really put 100%, and I think that was a sucker punch. That goal, but at the end against Liverpool, really sucked the life out of them. And I think they had a hangover against Leicester. I mean, that was a strange game as well. And then they've had a couple of 1-1 draws away. This might give them the fillip. If we can beat Brentford in the week as well, Marine, we're going on another little run, I think, of wins, because it's the first win we've had since, I think, the Arsenal game. So it's been a month since we've won. So we're into the new year. We're off and running, 3-0. It looks more emphatic than it was. But as you say, I mean, they've created chances, but Hugo didn't have any shots to save as such, did he?
I get the sense, Dave, that you're not entirely happy about today.
I'm not. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, yeah. I mean, it was 3-0, great, but I didn't think the game flowed like Tottenham can play. I think it fits and starts. I just thought we scored at the right time. I'd just like to have seen a bit more in the first half. On Ndombele never hardly got onto the ball, really, did he? Those surging runs, we never saw any of those. I just thought we didn't. I know you said we created a lot, but I didn't think the rhythm was there. We can play a lot better. Yeah, we won 3-0, but I think we can play better. So I mean, if we can play like that and win 3-0, then obviously it is good for the future.
It's a huge plus, though, Dave, to keep a clean sheet against a side like Leeds.
Oh yeah.
Fine goal scoring form. The last time beating West Bromwich Albion 5-0 away.
Yeah.
They've played some really, really good stuff so far this season.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the defensive performance, I thought Ben Davies did well. He came in I thought he'd done well on the left flank, Toby and Derek. You know, it was a good performance in the defence. I'd just like to have seen a bit more creativity. Am I being nitpicking? Am I being nitpicking?
You are happy then, yeah?
I'm happy. Yeah, of course I'm happy. We're in the same. We're going. The year ends in one. It's been a great start to the new year. And we've got two cup games coming up, Brentford and Breen. We've got to win both of them. And then we've got a final to look forward to in April, which we might even get to see, fingers crossed. And, you know, with Marine, we'll march into the fourth round, hopefully, you know. So there is a lot to look forward to. We're only 4 points, as you say, behind the league leaders. And both those teams above us have got to come to Tottenham. So they're the games that really are going to be the 6 pointers. We beat Liverpool, we beat Man U, then, you know, we will be. I think they're the two games. If we can win both of those, then we will be serious. But as you know, with those are the sort of games that we can have a hiccup, but let's hope we don't.
It is a huge week. Dave, one thing I wanted to discuss with you while I've got you on is I know you went to bed early the other night and I couldn't discuss it, but Jimmy Greaves, of course, somebody you have watched, you know, a lot of times. Jimmy Greaves finally got the MBE. Now, talk me through your experiences of watching Jimmy Greaves live.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, fantastic. He's my favourite player of Tottenham and of all time, really. I mean, he's 10 years older than me, and I used to, when he first came in the end of 61, the end of 61, 62 season, I remember him coming, and I remember him scoring so many goals for us. He used to stand on the halfway line, and when Alan Gilzine used to come as well, they used to play really well together. He used to stand on the halfway line, wait for the ball, and he used to beat a couple of players and set up chances. There was none of this tackling back in those days. He was just looking forward. He was just waiting for the ball to be fed to him in the centre circle, so he could just go off on one of his runs and pick up, or the ball would go wide, and he would just be in there. He didn't score that many with his head, but he was just so good on his feet and beating players. I've seen him score 4 goals against Sunderland, a hat-trick against Leicester. That's just the ones that stick in my memory, you know. But I was a teenager in them days. I'm not, you know, I'm not that far off that now, but you know, it's young at heart, and I just feel that, you know, this MBE has been long overdue. I really do. I think his wife Irene said it would have been nice if he got a Sir Jimmy, and really, I concur with that. I was so disappointed for him in the World Cup, because I went to all those games in the World Cup and I watched the final. I was only 15 then. I watched the final. I watched all the 10 games, the season ticket, and Jimmy Greaves played in the first 3 games, and then he got injured. He had a cut on his shin, and you know, everyone was he gonna play? And then Jeff Hurst scored in the quarter final, and he was hoping to get back in, and he never did. And I felt so sorry for Jimmy for that. That was the biggest disappointment of his career, really, that he didn't play in the final. I mean, obviously he couldn't leave Jeff Hurst out because of what he'd done, and so, but you know, for him that was a disappointment. But I mean, he's got on. He went off after he left Spurs, and then he went to West Ham, and obviously I saw him play for Chelmsford. He played for Chelmsford for a couple of games. So I remember him playing for them. And then he went to Barnet. So he played well. He had a few years off, and then he came back, and he never really lost that goal scoring knack. He was always in the right place at the right time, and you can't coach that. He just seemed to the balls just seemed to come to him. He's like a magnet. He just drew the ball, and he used to pass the ball into the net. He never blasted it. He just sort of guided it. He always just used to touch it in, just the right way into the goals, into the corners. And
Dave, do you think that Harry Kane will beat Jimmy Greaves' record?
I think, well, if he stays at Spurs, it's probably nailed on that he would, because he's going to have to play. He's going to play longer than Jim. So I mean, I think he's only about 60 odd goals away. So it's still 2 or 3 seasons. You know, you don't know if he gets lured away. Then Jim's record is safe, but. You know, it's going to be awkward whether he will or not. I don't know. I never thought anyone would get near Jimmy Greaves' record. I must admit, I never did. But
I expect it will depend on how many trophies Tottenham win at the end of this season.
Well, that's right. If we get a couple of trophies, then and obviously Harry will be happy and will stay. He will stay.
When, Dave, not if.
When, that's right. When the trophies are coming, as you say, Chris.
Dave, lastly, give me a score prediction for the Brentford game.
2-0. I think I'll be comfortable 2-0.
I agree with you, Dave.
Oh, good. We've agreed at last. What about Mourinho? 8-0?
8-0? Well, I was going to go for about 14-0, but yeah, you know, I'll take an 8-0. That's fine. That's fine. Dave, thank you very much for joining me. Have a lovely afternoon. Remember, the trophies are coming. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Come on, let's have a goal.
Let's have a trophy.
Let's have a trophy.
Cheers, Dave.
Cheers, Chris. Bye.